This episode of Geni's Way is brought to you by Unique Marketer, where passionate marketing delivers powerful results. Welcome to the second anniversary special of Geni's Way. I am celebrating today with two incredible returning guests who are also dear friends, Karaleigh Garrison and Mare App. They're here to share fresh stories of resilience, reinvention, and the power of community as you grow through life and business. If you're looking for inspiration, clarity, or that little push to keep going, this conversation is exactly what you need. All right, let's get into it. Welcome back to Geni's Way, where magic happens every day, where we talk about marketing, mindset, money, and much more. I couldn't be more excited to bring back my two best friend podcasting buddies. I love both of them to death. And Mare App and Karaleigh Garrison. Welcome, ladies. It's been a year.
Thank you for having us. Yay!
Congratulations, everyone.
We did it. It's been a year. We survived. You know, I will tell your listeners, today will be real, raw conversation. It's not going to be your typical podcast that's anything polished. We're going to talk about what's been happening, how real life can get, and what do you need to do to stay resilient and keep pushing forward. Every day is a new stepping stone. Every day it's a journey where you can inspire and empower. Today, we decided the topic of our conversation will be about resilience. Resilience is not built when everything is working. It's born when everything is breaking. This past year, ladies, what broke? And what beautiful thing came from it? Who wants to start first? Go. Karaleigh?
Sure, I will start. So this year has been, it's been amazing. It's been magical and had really drastic pivots for my family and I. So back in February, my husband quit his job. And I encouraged him to because he was drowning. He hated it every single day. He would come home and he would tell me how much it was just killing him to stay at this job. And our family was kind of just dying with him at this job. We couldn't do anything. He was working late night shifts, till like 7 or 8 o'clock at night every day. So we couldn't perform, which my husband and I are both performers. We're singers. We couldn't go do shows. We couldn't do like family church activities because he was working every Saturday and church is a big part of our lives. And we just felt trapped all the time because of this job that was supposed to be like, yay, he has a job. He hadn't had a job for about a decade because he was disabled. So it was like, yay, he finally has this stable job that we were still barely making it financially. And yet here he was like mentally crumbling. Our family was trapped. And so it was like, then we had this moment, this pivot point of like, they did something really, really shady and wrong. And he took a stand and was like, if they choose this, I'm going to quit. And then he did because they refused. They did something really, really screwed up. And so he quit his job and we kind of were like, we're not sure what we're going to do after this. We're not quite sure how we're going to make ends meet. And it ended up, with a summer on the kind of, there's always like two sides of everything. On the negative side, we were really broke. Like we had just nothing. And we've been broke before, but it's been a hot minute since we've really
Speaking of being broke, right? You were really broke.
Right. It's been a hot minute since we've been this broke. Like really like just nothing. But the miracles. My husband and I got to together, we're both singers. We got to be in back-to-back shows, like 4 different productions together, singing on stage together. And it started off with one in March and And then we just happened to kind of end up in a show together in June, and it just kind of went on and on and on, and we auditioned together and we got to be in these productions, and our last one that just ended was paid. Like, we got to be in this paid production. We got to sing it. I'm always looking for a better word, but old folks homes in retirement. That's it. Retirement community homes. And we ended up, like, we were volunteering, and then somebody asked us to do one that was paid. We got to do the farmers market and get paid for that one. We ended up with these paid opportunities. My husband's currently in a paid show that is like a really big deal in our area. Like, it's really hard to break into this like professional level community. Like, this show is hard to get into, this production community. And it's grown in ways that I never could have imagined. Like, we now have people looking for us to do shows.
What if he didn't quit? What if he didn't quit? Then what? See?
And the other miracle that kind of happened over like with this time frame was that our kids are now old enough, and we've got 3 kids with special needs. They're now old enough to very tentatively stay home by themselves. We started leaving them home alone around May-ish, when my oldest turned 15. We started leaving her home to watch her siblings. And that was really scary, but it allowed us to leave our home as adults. And we've never been able to do that, because finding a babysitter for our severely autistic diabetic child was like impossible, and paying for it was also impossible. And it's been a scary but miraculous summer that is now opening doors everywhere. Like, just it's incredible. And podcasting wise, it's meant a huge shift for me, because I was desperately looking for ways to make money, desperately looking for like, okay, I'm a coach. I'm trying to coach people. How, I'm coaching people on podcasting. No, I'm coaching people on this. No, what can I do from home to make money? And I finally was like, I hate this. This isn't me. This isn't what I want to do with my life. I want to perform. I want to be on stages. I want to make costumes. I want to do makeup. And people are just coming to me going, can I pay you to do my makeup? Can I pay you to make costumes for me? Can I pay you to sing? And like, this is the dream. And that's my show. My show is called Be the Dream. And it's been me shifting from inauthenticity to authenticity over this year. And yeah, it meant letting go of the trusted, like, have a stable job, do the thing everyone tells you to do, and letting that go. And my husband's been substitute teaching, and oh my gosh, he loves it so much. He takes his ukulele and he plays for these kids, and they adore him. Wow. He's performing at these schools, and then he goes at night and performs on stages, and it is exactly, his authentic self too. And yeah, it's been scary to shift. What
a journey, Karaleigh. Yeah, what do you think was that shift? What contributed to that biggest shift where you no longer have to fight for it? Did you finally decided let go of that resistance? How did that?
I kind of realized I just couldn't do it anymore. Like I spent literally like the last 3, 4, 5 years trying so hard to make money with online entrepreneurship and businesses and all the things. And I was just like, I don't want to. It's just like, I just don't want to anymore. And then it was like, okay, well, I want to sing.
Do you think you were trying too hard?
It was just trying too hard at the wrong thing.
I think that's the key. If you're trying to do what everybody think you should do, then you're going to bring the resistance, because your soul or your energy, whatever you want to say it is, whatever you believe in, is not matching up. You're not in alliance with the universe energy and your gifts. Sounds like you two finally align with your gifts. And it's so beautiful. When you thought you were broken, everything falling apart, that's when if you keep going, the miracles are just right on the other side, right around the corner. That's
Well,
that's amazing story. Oh, wow.
Yeah. And then there's one more piece to this. I'm sorry I'm talking so much, but there's one more piece to this. And that is I've spent my whole life wanting to do music and really struggled with, well, what kind of music am I supposed to do? And I've released an album and I've tried so long to kind of fit myself into the right kind of music that people want to hear from me.
Is there such the thing, a right kind of music?
Well, it was other people want to hear pop. So how do I make my voice be pop? How do I make my voice sound the way? And in theater, I've gotten the feedback a lot of times that my training is in opera, and I've been singing opera for decades. But the feedback I got in theater was, I don't want to hear opera. Opera doesn't fit in musical theater anymore. Stop being operatic. You need to belt. You need to sound way more pop if you want to fit. And I literally was told I will only ever get cast in the chorus if I sing like this. Like, those were the words I was told.
Oh, wow.
And then doing the particular shows I've done over the summer literally changed me, literally changed everything for me, especially the latest one I did where I asked the director, she had us audition with these Sia songs, and she was like, but I don't want you to sound like Sia. I want you to sound like classical.
Karaleigh, I have a wild idea. Listen, I have a wild idea. What are you, give us a couple of notes for listeners to hear. Come on. Anything.
Well, I'll sing you a second of this song. So
anything you want.
Let me finish this little story and then I'll sing it to you. So she told me she wanted me to sing classically, and I was like, no, you don't. Nobody ever wants me to sound like me. And she insisted that I do. And then she basically wrote my part in the show for me. It didn't exist until she wrote this part for me, it was a steampunk Halloween monster musical. And this part was the kind of operatic siren that stole the kids' dreams. And this song she wrote for me, it's literally changed my life. It's brought me back to my roots, but in this most like magical way. And now I'm working on an album that is that style, which it's not quite like opera because that exact style was never quite me, but it's this like classical lullaby, like this ethereal sound that's really magical, but it's not pop. And I never it's no longer me trying to fit myself into someone else's box. It's me just being me and doing what I really love. And I got all this feedback of like, that was my favorite song in the show, and I want to hear more of that. And I would listen to that on Spotify. And now I'm like, oh yeah, this is my favorite thing to sing. Why don't I just do that and stop trying to be somebody else and just be me?
Sounds like magic.
Yeah. So it's been really cool. So it was, it goes like this song she wrote for me. And again, I'm working on songs that have kind of that same, I guess the best way I can describe it is kind of like Evanescence meets classical opera.
Wow.
It goes, okay, it's going to cut out if it's, can you actually hear that or does it cut out?
Okay. We can hear that. Mare, can you hear it?
Close your eyes, my darling child. Let the world be soft and mild. Rest your head and dream somehow, for I'll be taking those now. You need not allow. I'll be taking your dreams now. It's my like sneaky take all your siren songs. But so transforming that into like motivational and not I'm stealing all your dreams. But doing that my way And
Your way.
like, oh yeah, that is I love singing that. And I don't get to sing like that when I'm just trying to be somebody else and not me. And so the resilience is being more resilient in being you.
Mm. Stand up for who you are. And you said doing it your way. You guys heard Karaleigh just now saying her way on Geni's way.
Which,
Mare,
just for the record, that's like her copyrighted song she wrote for this show. The director. But anyway.
Mare, it'd be difficult to go after that, but I know you're brilliant, so go for it. What was that one challenge last year that opened up that's something beautiful for you?
So the challenge for me last year was in the marketing of my business and trying to find the words to say what I do, because what I do is not tangible. And my friend Lisa was scouring the internet looking for something that was similar so that we would have a starting place for the language. And she found Stacy Lauren Do the Thing. And when she showed me the language, I was like, wait, this says find your voice. Find your voice has been on Lisa's living intention list for at least a decade.
Oh, wow.
She wanted, her dream was to be able to say what she wanted to say, when she needed to say it, how she wanted to say it, and her voice not be stuck. So when I saw Find Your Voice, I'm like, we have to do this challenge. It's on your list. So as a dream lifter, I am supporting her dream. So we signed up for it together. My intention was just to support her. And it was a challenge on Facebook where you could type an answer to the question. You could do an audio download or whatever to the question, or you could videotape yourself and then download it, or you could go live because Facebook has that live option. She did all of those things. All I did was type, and I was just responding to the dares. It's called dares. The questions are called dares. In just so that she would have somebody in there noticing whether she was contributing to those questions and finding her voice. And then what happened is we did the whole thing. The last week, Stacy Lauren was ill, and so she didn't have the opportunity to give her offer for her high ticket program because she was ill. So she didn't have the runway, the ramp up time for the group that was playing the Find Your Voice in that particular moment. So she gave her high ticket away for free for 1 week. For 1 week, any of us could jump in and play. Well, Lisa and I did that, but I also invited somebody else for the free week because I knew that this person could really use. I felt like she could use it. Well, she only listened one time and signed up for the high ticket offer, and then had buyer's remorse. And because I'm a dream lifter, and I was encouraging her to play for the dreams she had, I knew that I needed to join too in order to support her in anchoring in and sticking to it and doing this thing. And what happened in the last month is that transition to generating dollars for my second friend's nonprofit, which supports first responders, helping first responders, helping the helpers. And it's Restoration Ranch, Colorado is the name of the nonprofit. So we did a virtual marketplace, $1 billion impact marketplace. Yeah, the $1 billion impact marketplace. And in 3.5 hours, we were able to, and what happens is an entrepreneur comes and says what their offer is. And then Stacy Lauren has been studying to be an auctioneer for nonprofits. And so what she did is then she did her auctioneer thing, come on, I'm not an auctioneer, so I'm not going to do it. And my offer of a dream lifting session in that moment went for $1,000.
Wow.
And then 2 more were sold. So $3,000 went to the nonprofit. How the $1 billion impact marketplace is set up is so that you could bring an offer to the table as an entrepreneur. Half the money goes to whatever the nonprofit is, and half the money goes to you. So it's a win-win, because both you get to see if your offer will sell, because some of them didn't sell at all, because it could have just been the audience, but it also could have been how the person was saying, we didn't get it. Like we didn't understand what they wanted.
The value proposition wasn't explained properly, most likely.
Yeah. And so one girl tried it again, and then that one did sell. And then the other person, we just decided this wasn't the right audience for his offer. But that's market focused feedback instantly. So it's also a win, right? But overall, I think that they raised like $32,000 in 3.5 hours.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so that's a big shift, right? Like that's a big shift for me, is to I'm a dream lifter. That's what I do. I help people power up and activate their bucket lists. My intention is that there's a world of people who live with less regrets by claiming their dreams and getting support for their dreams. So that's what I do. And through stepping into Find Your Voice with Stacey Lawrence Do Your Thing, I found my dream lifting voice. I have run 4 or 5 challenges now, the Dream Nudge Challenge this year, and helped activate people's dreams around the world, because it's an international. Stacey Lawrence group is international, and so people's dreams have been coming true around the world. And so it's been a phenomenal year for me. So the resistance, or the invitation was for me to step into being a global impact versus a local impact.
That's awesome. Yeah, oh wow, I see a pattern here. Karaleigh had a miraculous year. Mare had a miraculous year. Well, it's my turn. I think I had a miraculous year too, but for a different reason. Yeah, I have not publicly talked about it, but it's. I'll give a very abbreviated version of it, unless Mare wants to say something else to answer the first question. Is there anything else you want to share with the first question, Mare?
I think that's enough.
Okay. So,
We want to hear your story.
Before podcasting, I was a very private person, and I still, in a sense, I am. But I think people wanted to hear and see your authentic self. And this year, kind of, I think I'm allowed to be more vulnerable, because we all realize that life is not always sunshine and rainbow, or sunshine and roses, however you want to say it. And I actually had to face it this year. So here's the first time I'm publicly speaking about it. That would be the best place to speak now, with my friends on our second annual anniversary of podcasting. Because podcasting is people say, why are you doing it? Let me back up a minute. People ask me, why do you podcast? And my only answer is because I love it. I love every minute of it. I love every second of it. It's the excitement of getting ready, the excitement of what co-creation we can do, the excitement of inspiring and empowering anyone that will get a chance to listen. If we change the life of one person, if I change the life of one person just from listening to one episode, this episode, or any other, however many I've done, I feel like my job is done. I feel like this is what I'm called to do. I feel like this is why I'm here. And I had time actually this year to reflect a lot more. Not by choice, unfortunately. I had to have a major surgery that I kind of put my career, my life on pause for about 3 months. But the resilience, I realized how resilient I am. And I attribute it back to how I was brought up in Ukraine, that we just keep on going no matter what. And not to get political, you can see that Ukrainians don't give up. We just keep on going. And I think that's one of the things, the way I was brought up. But the second day after surgery, I was already walking, and a therapist came and said, I don't think you need us. I said, great. Am I? So not giving up, no matter how bad it is, no matter what it is, and don't give into diagnosis either. Me being a registered nurse by trade, is difficult to say that. However, I will say that the diagnosis can put limits and bring the resistance to the picture. Knowing that you have the power within your spirit, within yourself, to come out of any situation and keep on going. I'm here for my listeners is number one, because I'm like, the better I feel, the quicker I can get back on podcasting and inspiring, empowering. And even the C diagnosis is not the end of the world. You can beat it. And you can. You just need to have that spirit of never giving up and do whatever it takes to take care of yourself so you can help others and inspire others. So I couldn't be more happier, and my spirit and my body protected me, and the huge mass was removed. And here I am, continuing to inspire and empower, and sharing the amazing moment with my two talented, incredible females that touch my life and life of many other people on their journey. And when I thought about having a conversation today, I said, I don't know, I might cry, because we're human, and it's okay to be human, and it's okay to feel pain. If we don't feel pain, or we are not able to express our emotions, we're not human. And we often get in a moment like, we have to be perfect. Well, I hate to tell you all, we're not. And I'm not going to step up and say I'm perfect, because I'm not. When you're laying down in bed and in pain after surgery, other humans have to take care of you. And being the patient wasn't easy for me, but I came out on the other end knowing that I have lots of love. I had the best friends. I have the best podcasting buddies. I have the best family, and I didn't know I had that much love. That's something, what came out beautiful out of all of this. Number one, I realized how strong I am and how resilient I am. Number two, I didn't know how much love I have to give and how much love I can receive. And all the joy that came out of knowing that I'm not alone. And I have so many friends that say, anytime you need to talk to, you can reach out. Like, it's amazing. We just need to, it was a beautiful moment of realizing that, number one, we're human. Number two, we need to be able to be vulnerable enough to open up and reach out about the things that are bothering us. And I did all of that. And I'm here because I want you all to listen to this episode or any other episode, anything else I create, and being inspired and empowered. I ask myself what's next. And then I realized, like, I don't have to worry about what next. I just need to take one step at a time. And the journey will kind of open up. And couldn't be more grateful being here with you two and co-creating and celebrating another year of life, another year of podcasting, and another year of joy. And I just wish I could hug you, but we're all over the country.
But that's what's amazing. And that's what's so miraculous about all this. And I was going to say, like, it's been a hot minute since I've had a really major surgery. But what I learned from that was how incredible it is that our bodies can come back from such immense levels of pain.
Mm-hmm. as I say, they cut me up and glue me back together. Look at me now, lifting weights. So, I mean, everything that I was dragging before, like, oh, I have to lift. Now I'm like, I get to lift. So I'm glad you said something, Karaleigh, because one of the things that came out, I don't force myself to go to the gym anymore. I get to do it. I get to be with you today. Another episode. I get to even clean my house. I get to hug people. I get to tell people how wonderful they look. I get to put the smile on people's faces. I get to do all of that. I get to go to the beach. I get to go fly across the country. I did all of that after surgery. And it's like, wow, the things that we're taking for granted. I'm like, wow, I can do all of that again. And it's just, I just want people to realize they're being grateful for every little thing that they get to do. Life, nothing is guaranteed in life. You being grateful and spreading the joy and the love. That I'm like, why am I here? What is my mission? And I think it just opened up for me. That is my mission.
Yeah, it's the contrast that allows us to have that greater perspective and helps us have that gratitude when we're able to see, like, oh, I know what it's like to not be able to do those things. I know what the opposite looks like. And so now I can have so much greater appreciation for what I currently have available to me. One of the questions that you posed to us before we started coming on was something about, you know, how do you push through? How do you be resilient when things are really hard? And I wanted to say that, like, sometimes you don't. Sometimes the greatest form of resilience is when you stop. And instead of pushing forward and like just going, no, I'm so strong, I can do it all, you go, actually, I'm going to take this moment and I'm going to just take a break. I'm going to pause. And I'm going to breathe. And sometimes there's so much more strength in the pausing and the breathing and the resting than there is in the forcing it and pushing through. And we find so much more clarity and so much more healing to be able to keep going and eventually do more when we give ourselves a chance.
Mm-hmm.
And
so
for me,
brilliantly said. Yeah.
Thank you. For me in this year, it's been like, I want to have a business and I want to do all those things, but I don't have the clarity I need yet. And I'm starting to see that and it's coming now, but it's been like almost a year of like, no, I need to pause. I need to pause on the forcing it when I'm not sure what exactly I'm doing yet. And that clarity will come if I just will take a rest and let it come in its own time.
Yeah, that is so true. And then going back to what you really love to do, like what is drawing you, listen to your intuition. Not like you said earlier, it's not about what you have to do. It's like what inspiration, so people can feel that inspiration. Like your energy and your voice is now it's different. Like you're excited, and that one brings that energy of excitement and draws in everything you ever dream of. And I mean, I can see that it was both of you when you got that energy high up and there's no resistance. I'm like, wow, what miracles can happen? So my biggest miracles is healing, and I'm still healing, but yet I'm creating at the same time. So
what an amazing miracle.
Yeah, I'm here, and I am just loving it. Sometimes I have to remind myself the best thing in life is just life itself. Yeah. And pausing, even like, before I will go 100 miles an hour when I'm speaking. Now I'm like, wow. And feel the moment. And now it was very difficult for me because I'm overachiever, always overachiever. Like, wow, just pause and soak the moment.
Mare, I love how what you shared like so perfectly intersected with mine, and it all just like led into everything that you've been trying to do.
Mare, you're big on connection and purpose. Tell us more about that. How's this year what did you learn? How the connection and purpose can lead you?
I just stepped into the next level of dream lifting. Besides podcasting, I offer a free dream lifting office hours every Tuesday evening on Zoom. So people from all around the world show up. We typically take one of your dreams and allow you to say it, like speak it out loud to strangers, and then ask for tell us or ask for support, but be clear about what that support might look like, whatever the dream happens to be. Sometimes the dream is as simple as, I want to build my Facebook group. So the support I'm asking for is, if you could go onto or you could join or follow or whatever my Facebook group. Podcasting wise, I often ask people to go and listen to an episode of my podcast as a way of supporting me, and give a 5-star like or whatever you call that, and review it if you feel so inclined. But that's asking for the support I want from the podcast that I'm doing with my friend Tara to stay relevant for dreamers around the world.
Can I ask you a question, cool. Mare? My question is, your dream, and you totally correct me if I'm wrong, is to lift other people's dreams, and I want to know what that feels like as you're living this dream. You are. I mean, my podcast is called Being the Dream, and you are, especially this year, stepping more and more into
you're dreaming.
Yes.
Yeah, you're stepping into being this dream. How does that feel? How has that expanded you?
That's a great question. What I'm aware of, so I can go back to my Stacey Lauren story, right? She did my 17. First of all, I learned how to do the challenge formula from Stacey Lauren. And then I have a custom challenge from learning it from Stacey. It's called the Dream Nudge Challenge. And she participated in one of the 17-day challenges, and it's on Facebook. From that, she created a retreat. The challenge was in August. The first weekend in October, she pulled together people from around the world to come to the United States to a camp in Ohio called Because I Said So, and helped others create their custom challenges. And then from that, she then went into my 5-day Dream Nudge Challenge, an international one with Dr. Laika's group in Canada. He's a syndicated radio show host who has 7 million listeners. And it was his mastermind group that played. And she's in his mastermind group. And from that 5 days, she created the $1 billion impact marketplace, which is where all of this came from dream lifting. I mean, not just dream lifting, but the dream lifting gave it additional fuel, right? Like helped pull the concreteness out so that others could join in and support it. I feel phenomenal about it because one of my dreams on my dream list for decades now has been that I'm a philanthropist. I give like Melinda French Gates, a responsible, generous multi-billionaire. And here I am being part of the spark of the $1 billion impact marketplace that's helping both entrepreneurs create their dream, lift their dream, and nonprofits live their dream of being able to help their specific niche in humanity. So it's expanding, and it feels like love. That's what it feels like, Karaleigh. It feels like love.
Love. We talk about love. I talk about love. Now you talk about love. Ladies, I have an interesting question for both of you. What's one belief you had to unlearn to truly grow this year and stay resilient?
So I'm giving a speech on Tuesday, and it's called "Your Dream Is Not About You." So what I unlearned was that it was about me, and I couldn't pursue my dream when it was about me because I didn't believe in myself enough. I couldn't pursue my dream until I realized how much it helped other people.
That's so powerful.
Until I realized that it was never about me. It was about the good I could do for the world. And that idea was really, really powerful. So it was the unlearning the I have to do it all. It has to be all about me and how good I am and how much I can do. And no, it's not about me. It's about all the lives that we can touch and all the people, all the hearts we can change, and and even if that's just one person, that's enough.
Exactly.
That's enough.
So powerful. Mare, what one belief you had to unlearn?
That I have to do it all by myself.
Oh my God, this is so good. Yes.
I know everybody's good at something. Nobody is good at everything. And so the unlearning is the stepping into the next level of being willing to ask for help in what I know is not a strength. Some of what I think in being with entrepreneurs is that an entrepreneur, as a solo business, or even if you have a partner, it's still small enough that you have to do a lot of the components and the pieces to keep that moving and going and growing.
For sure.
And I think it's about getting clear on what I'm not good at and being okay about, oh, wait a minute. Technology does not light me up.
You have other gifts.
But it does light some people up. So I'm actually supporting another person's dream by allowing them to help. So I'm receiving their help and actually supporting their dream, right? So it's
Isn't that amazing?
Really owning what I'm good at and what I'm not good at, and allowing others to support me in supporting others.
I'm so glad you brought it up, Mare, because I talk with entrepreneurs all the time. And that's one of the things that I keep telling them. You don't have to do it all. You figure out a way to bring other people, and you focus what you're good at and allow other people to help you. And as a team, you can create quicker, and it's a win-win for everybody. I'm so glad that one of the biggest lessons that you had this year, and it's such an important lesson for a lot of entrepreneurs, especially the first couple of years. You don't have to do it all, and you shouldn't, because you're not good at everything, and you shouldn't be expected to do everything. And now I've been just as guilty of that, and then I realized that I'm not good at everything, and I shouldn't be, and I don't need to be. I need to allow other people, delegate to other people that are good at other things, and together create a beautiful collaboration and a great team, and everybody prosper. That's so amazing. Karaleigh, what motivates you, even if you feel deep down? Some days I'm sure you still, I know it's been a miraculous year for you, but I know you have days that you feel like, how can I do it? What keeps you going? Is it discipline? Is it passion? Is it purpose? How do you keep going?
It depends on what it is. Really, it depends on what it is. If it's the podcast, I love interviewing. I love interviewing people. And so it's the getting their interviews out that I'm like, I want their words to be heard. If it is, and then otherwise I'm like, I get drawn. A lot of stuff is hopefully you can't hear all the other stuff going on in my house right now. It is generally
Yeah, we can, but that's okay.
and
She got kids.
my dog
Karaleigh
came
had
back in
kids.
the room and opened the door. It's generally an obligation to other people of like, I want to help them fulfill the thing I promised I would do for them. But then when it comes to me, I know that I've got to do the things that feed my soul. So I will often find myself like, oh, I need to create something, and it's usually subconscious. So I'll be like, oh, I have all these things to do. I'm going to make a bag today. I'm going to glitter up this bag. I'm going to make this hairpiece. I'm going to make some earrings. I have a deep need to make things, and if I don't put that into my day, I will find myself somehow accidentally creating things with glitter and painting things and like sewing things and just making things because I need it. It's part of my.
Because you have that creative energy.
I've
They
gotta
need
make
that
things with my hands.
expression. Yes,
Yep.
expression of
And
that
so
creative energy.
when I just kind of do those things and I stop getting down on myself for not just being all rigid all the time and doing the paperwork and the other things, and I just allow that flow of like, I get to make things too, it makes all the rest of it easier.
Cool. My next question is to Mare. Since you started talking about business, let's get back to business for a moment. How do you stay aligned with your purpose while still focusing on business strategy and result? How is it you're staying true to your purpose and not bringing resistance to have that result that you desire?
Well, part of my philosophy is that I invite people to have 50 living intentions or dreams or heart's desires identified, and that I share them, or that I invite you to share them, all 50 of them, by reading my list of 50 with you, and you read your list of 50 with me. I do that weekly. So because I'm reading it out loud to somebody else, I'm being witnessed and energetically held accountable to every action, every choice that I make. Is it congruent with who I say I want to be or who I am being? And then when I'm listening to other people's dreams, I'm witnessing them and holding them accountable to their dreams. So I'm doing the work. I do the work to stay in purpose. I choose, like, is this choice congruent with who I say I want to be? Is this mine or is this society's? And then if I find that I'm out of alignment with who I say I want to be in the 50 living intentions or 50 dreams that I have identified, that's my invitation or my indication that I need to help someone else because I'm focused on what's not working. And so I shift 1% and I do a random act of kindness. I don't want to be recognized. I want it anonymous, because if it's anonymous, I'm not attached to the outcome of my gift. So one of the things I do regularly is I put a $5 bill into a library book. It's usually in the kids section. And what I make up is that the child who finds that $5 bill, or the mom who finds that $5 bill because they're reading, or dad, I guess. I usually think it's the mom, but the parent that finds the $5 bill, I just imagine the joy, and that activates a dream. How am I going to spend this $5? What can I get with $5? Right? Like so I just imagine that I'm activating a dream with that $5 bill, but I have no idea who's going to find it. And that helps me get back in alignment with my purpose.
I love it so much.
I love it. It's so cool. Wow. I never knew you do that. That's so exciting. Mare, what did you learn from watching Karaleigh? How she's showing up in life?
Yeah. Karaleigh inspires me. Karaleigh, you inspire me. I often, if I find myself in an exhaustion place, I'm like, what? Like, this doesn't even make sense. Karaleigh has 3 children with special needs. She's a university professor. She teaches at a university, right? So she has classes. She's in a marriage that takes some work, and she's doing the work. And overall, she's living her heart's desire, right? By performing. If performing is podcasting, or performing is teaching college students the art of theater, makeup, and costuming, etc. And I don't know exactly all of the pieces, but I think about that, Karaleigh. I think, and sometimes I listen to some of your songs just because I want the reminder that you're activating and taking steps to expand and step into your dreams, even though you have so much on your human plate.
Yeah.
It's very powerful. I think your podcast is amazing. You have a way of inviting such an array of different, there is a theme, right? There is a thread of theme, because most everybody who's on your podcast is an entrepreneur in some way. So it's about people stepping into their dream, or inviting other people to step into their dream. So it feeds my purpose.
It sure does. Wow. Amazing. Karaleigh, how do you handle the pressure to keep showing up? What's that's amazing to me too.
Handle the pressure to keep showing up. I think I give myself more pressure than anybody else gives me.
We all do, I think.
Right. My husband would just love it if I would just do a whole day of like no makeup, didn't touch my hair, did nothing. And just for the record, I get my hair wet and then I like let it air dry and it curls. So when I wake up in the morning, it is just frizzed. But he's like, come on, that's my favorite. The like no makeup, like afro. Like he's like, what? Just be that all day. And I'm like, I'm gonna pass. But it's the showing up also feeds my soul. Those are the things I love. That is my self-care. It's those things are, I don't know, they're part of me, and I'm showing up for me more often. The things that are the parts that are the hardest are the being patient when I'm getting screamed at by my kids. Those are the ones that are like, I don't want to show up for that anymore. I'll take a pass. And thankfully, I do have an amazing husband who shares that load with me, and graciously so. And he goes to school half a day, so that is also splitting that load. And you know, we've got our ways of like we're taking a break. And then there's times when I am totally exploding and screaming. So, you know, I'm not always totally amazing at all of the things. We find our ways of showing up for ourselves.
That comes resilience, huh? Goes back to resilience, isn't it?
And I think it's in the balancing, right? It's in the we have people we need to show up for, but if we do not also show up for ourselves, we won't be able to show up for them.
I always say that. Yeah, so good. Mare, Karaleigh, what do you admire about Mare? If you want to say what you admire about me, that's fine too. You don't have to.
I love you both so freaking much. I will talk about Mare first. Mare, I just adore Mare. Mare makes it all about other people and about other people shining, and that is, oh my gosh, it can make me cry. So I have always found that my dad was my hero for that exact reason, because he always makes it about other people. And here is Mare doing the same thing. If you've heard every single word she says here, it's not like, yay, look at me, look at all the things. It's look at other people's dreams and look at how much they're building. And it is the most, like, Mare's like the most selfless person like of ever. And it is,
couldn't agree more. Yes.
just amazing. Like the joy that you find in building other people's dreams is amazing. Like you are the one who taught me that it's the joy that you find in making it about other people is where the true joy comes from. Like mic drop. I mean, like that is the thing. Wait, I just mic dropped myself. Dang it. Okay.
So good. That is so good.
Like you taught me that it's not about us. It's about lifting other people.
Mm-hmm. That's why
And
I keep showing up and continue my podcast too. Yeah, it's about other people.
That's where our joy really comes from. And Geni, I mean, goodness, what you've been through this year, and you're still here, and you're still showing up, and you're so gorgeous and so resilient and so amazing and so powerful.
Thank you.
And just, I mean, watching you like pivot when life throws another hardball at you, it's like, oh, you just exude so much strength and so much beauty. It is, I was gonna say it's a joy to watch you, but it's like watching a movie where it's like, oh, it's a roller coaster of emotion. It is all of it. It is all the feelings, both the joy and the pain and the sorrow and the sadness and the triumph at the end. Like, and it's not the end, it's all still coming, but like it's all the things, and we're all rooting for you.
Thank you. That's so beautifully said. When you were talking, it was just giving me goosebumps. It's like how amazing we are, how amazing Mare are with her ability and her gifts and her ability to inspire other people and rooting for their dreams so selfishly. And you go, Karaleigh, like you had to overcome everything every single day. And look at you. It's like beauty. It's like the flower is blooming. It's like, oh my God, it's just incredible. And then we create such an amazing energy together because we're rooting for each other and knowing that we happy to see each other's success. However, when we have bad days, we're still there for each other. That's another beauty that we don't need to forget, that because life is being lifey sometimes, right?
Yes, and I would like to add one more thing.
Sure.
Tell me about you.
Thank you.
You have a good taste in support. I love the stories about your husband, and I love your partnership because it's displayed all the time because he helps with the production of the podcast, and he cares. He cares about showing you at your best. And what that means is that you chose well, right? So it's both of you. And so I want to honor you for your choice, and I want to honor him for how well that he keeps showing up. He keeps showing up and figuring out how to shine the light on you. And I think that needs to be stated.
Thank you. I'm sure he'll be happy to hear that. Thank you, Mare. Thank you, Karaleigh. There's we're talking about what belief we had to learn. How about new belief that you intentionally choosing to carry on into your new chapter, into the next year? Mare, you want to go first this time?
Ask me the question again.
Yeah. What is the new belief that you intentionally choosing to carry you into the next 12 months until we do the 3rd year anniversary? What is that new belief?
My I don't know if it's a belief, but the next comfort circle that I'm stepping into is global impact. So it
is though new, because you didn't think you could do it, right?
I'm expanding, and part of that is being willing to be more visible. And that's in doing the Dream Nudge challenges internationally. It's opened up. It's about supporting those who are global movement makers, supporting their dreams, because in supporting their dreams, I'm stepping into my purpose of supporting more dreams, because what I believe is that the more people connect with their dreams, they're going to live their lives with less regrets. And in living a life with less regret, it means you are able to connect to more joy in the human experience, even when it seems like it's all being rearranged around us.
I sure did feel that way this year. It's been rearranged. Yeah, so good, so good. Mare, what about you? What's that new belief that you're taking into the next 12 months?
You mean Karaleigh?
Ah, yeah. I meant to say Karaleigh.
It's the belief that like I really actually can do all the things I've always dreamed of. As long as I'm really me. Because for a long time I was like, well, I can do the things I dreamed of, but only if I'm somebody else. And that was not authentic or true. My failures were always as I was not really being me.
Yeah, that's a good one. So for anyone listening today feeling stuck, what would be one small action step that you will tell them they can take this week to rebuild their hope and momentum? You can go, Karaleigh.
I would say we feel drawn. You can feel the direction that you want to go. Lean into that. Go the direction that you feel drawn to, because that's where your soul is leading you. It's where spirit is leading you. That's where you're meant to go. And you feel drawn that way for a reason. And I think that we tend to logic our way out of it so often, where we're like, well, that's not going to make me money, and it's not what everyone else says I'm supposed to do, and maybe it's not where I've been in training for decades, and it's not what my degree is in, and it's not whatever. Like, we logic our way out of the thing that we are meant to do. I have been obsessed with makeup since I was allowed to wear makeup, and now I teach makeup at a college. Like, it's wild that like somehow that like literally they were like, hey, will you teach this class at a college? And I had 0 qualifications. Like, out of the blue. Like, I accidentally stumbled into this as a career path.
Wow.
Like, when you pursue the thing that you actually just like, that you feel drawn to, it ends up being the thing that you were always meant to do, that helps people that, I don't know, there's lots of beautiful words. Pretend I'm saying something amazing. Like, it's just go where you're drawn to, and it's not going to fail you.
So good. What about you, Mare? For people who feel stuck, what that one small action they can take this
Activate
week,
your
today.
dreams. Allow your dreams to have a voice. It's about, and so I would say, write a list of, as many things as possible, and then choose 50 out of that list to choose as your working 50 and share them with a safe group. Then get out of how and allow the wow. It's really about allowing wow. When you claim a dream, you allow the wow by sharing it with others, and dreams have dreams. So it could be that your dream is to have a successful podcast. Well, the dream under the dream might be to get a microphone, or take a podcasting class, or listen to 10 different podcasts to see which format feels best for you. I mean, there's a lot of dreams under a dream. The overall dream might be to be a successful podcaster. Unearth the other dreams and ask for help. Don't do it by yourself.
If I had to answer that question, it will be the only way not to feel stuck is just keep taking the step. Whether it's the right step or wrong step, don't overanalyze it. Like I often catch myself when I feel stuck, I overanalyzing what's the next step. Just take a step, you get a feedback, you get some data, you can you can analyze the data, but if you don't take the step, you're not going to have a data to see, oh, well, maybe I should have pivoted a little bit here or there. So whenever you feel stuck, I often find myself, because I'm overanalyzing, what is that next step? Do the step and then analyze it and see what the next step. As my great friend just said, two other things that are very important. Don't feel like you have to do it alone. Also, don't feel like you have to do a certain thing. There's things that your heart and your soul might desire. Do that. And you don't have to quit your day job to do what your heart and your soul desire either. You can start small step. Any small step that will help you, allow you to start that momentum. When you're in the momentum, moving in that momentum, you will see the next step. The path will unfold on your journey.
Well said. Well said.
Thank you. Is there anything else you ladies want to add to this awesome second anniversary celebration? We had Karaleigh singing. Anything else we want to add? I'm so grateful that we.
Thank you.
Yes, I'm
Mare,
grateful.
anything?
I am grateful too. I am grateful that we connect with each other once a month to see how each other is doing in ways that we can support each other in the podcasting journey. And I look forward to year 3.
I want to mention that I truly miss Elena, a friend, and Ellen, and hopefully they can join us next year. But they have chosen a little different path temporarily, and we miss them dearly, but they're still in our hearts, and lots of love to them. So, and thank you. I appreciate every moment and every conversation we have. It's such an inspiration, and to see both of your journey is such a joy for me. And I'm so grateful that you two are part of my world, and I love you, Nate. I love you guys. Until next year.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much for tuning in to this anniversary episode of Geni's Way. I hope the stories shared today reminded you of your own strengths and the possibilities waiting for you. If this episode moved you or made you think of someone who needs encouragement, please share it with them. It truly makes a difference. Stay connected with us for more empowering episodes. Keep growing, keep believing, and keep doing it Geni's way. Until next time, see you!